University of Notre Dame, Brian Kelly conference call. At this time, I would like to turn the conference over to Mr. Michael Burt. Please go ahead, sir.
Hey guys, thanks for getting on with us. We'll get rolling right away, so fire away and we'll get started.
And at this time, if you would like to ask a question, please press R and 1 on your touch-tone phone. And if your question has already been answered, you may remove yourself from the queue by pressing the pound. And we'll go ahead and take our first question from Chris Heidel with Herb SM Radio. Please go ahead, your line is open.
Hey, Coach Kelly, how you doing?
Super.
Yeah, tough game last night. I was watching the game last night. You guys dominated in the third quarter against Texas, keeping them off the field, 21 unanswered points. What happened in the fourth quarter? It seems like did the defense get a little tired, or did they just decided, Texas just started using the option more?
No, I mean, the fourth quarter was, they scored, obviously on the last drive. We were up 35-31 with 5 minutes to go in the game, and we missed a tackle on a front where we had an extra hat, and they scored to go up 37-35. We blocked the extra point and tie it up. So, fundamentally, we were in a good position. Like I said, fourth quarter, we were down 31-28. The guys fought back, got the lead, and played some pretty good defense, and gave up that last drive with 3:52 or 5:43 to go. They had a chance to get out the field goal, but we missed the tackle.
I was also looking at the defense. The last 3 games, you guys have given over 450 yards total offense. Since the last 2 games of last season and yesterday. Is there something wrong with? Is the defense not tackling? They're getting tired. What's been the issue?
Last year was last year.
Right. Right.
We evaluate from week to week. Obviously, clearly we've got to coach better. We've got to play better. And we'll continue to do that. We're going to be obviously looking at those things today. But again, it's like anything else. It's college football, and you've got young guys that you got to coach, and we look to get better next week against Nevada.
Thanks, Coach Kelly. Good luck.
Yep, thanks.
And your next question comes from the line of Heidel, HRVFM.
Hey, Coach Mark, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing great. Well, what are the 3 keys for you guys to winning over Virginia this weekend? What are the 3 keys that you are working on in practice this week?
We're working right now. We've got like one of those chains that the custodial staff has, like a ring with about 8 things. But the ball obviously is huge. Special teams plays is huge. Create explosive plays. Create explosive plays. So all the things that go into that, confidence, communication, execution. Both of us turned the ball over on special teams last week. Obviously, didn't help people big point investments this week.
And talk about you played against Bronco Mendenhall when you was at BYU, or had you ever faced him before?
Yeah, back in the days. There's so many kind of crossover this cycle. Roger Gong was also guys that share very specific core-based crossover play.
Well, good luck this week.
Thank you.
We'll be heading to practice shortly. Just open things up. I was really proud of how we opened the game and let good kicking game, good defense, and some good offense blend into a lead. I told our team, when you cover kickoffs the way we did, and you have a defense that's not giving up any yardage or first downs, you're going to put yourself in a position to score a lot of points. and we made some big plays and had one good 91-yard drive. And I thought it was about as good as we've done. And as I said, using the kicking game, defense, and offense to set each other up. Pleased, as I said, with the play of our quarterbacks. Just proud to be able to play Quentin, but I'm mostly referring to bit right now to Daniel and Parker. Played at a really high level. DeLay Duncan, glad to see him start like he did, and getting our tight ends involved, which we were hoping to do. I think we get a lot of folks catch the football and get involved. That's good. Defensively, played better up front, certainly more aggressive, can continue to get better, going to need to. But our linebackers, Ben Humphreys and Joe Giles Harris, played really well. Ben Humphreys played just really, really well. And then our secondary was a little bit everywhere. They got their hands on people, on balls, covered people, stymied the quarterback in reads. Really a lot of positive things in that area. And then, of course, A.J. Reed and Austin Parker, other than just losing his focus on a perfect snap and dropping a snap. But Austin played really well, punting and kicking off. So, all in all, it was a really good start. Told them this is a great tape for us to try to find out who we can become. And the biggest key is going to be how quickly we go about our work starting this afternoon. I'm anxious to see what our response is on the practice field tonight. Over that, I'll take any questions you guys have got.
Hey, Coach Dave.
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. Chris Heidel, Herb FM Radio in Baltimore. 500 yards total offense on the first game. Is that always a good sign that going over 500 yards in the first game that, there's probably maybe a little stuff you got to work on?
Well, there's no question that we were proud that we were able to generate 500 yards, particularly 300-plus rushing. Our quarterbacks played well. We were efficient with the passing game. We didn't throw it a lot. But I was pleased overall. The thing that we did offensively that concerns us with our backups is we turn the ball over. And we can't. That's just not something. I don't care if you're a backup or a starter. It's not something we've done here since we've been at Duke, and that was probably the biggest concern offensively.
Do you think it's probably because of pregame jitters in their first game ever in a college setting? They're a little nervous?
Well, turnovers, it
Yeah.
can be. It's just mechanics not as good as they need to be, and it's a good lesson for us as coaches is to make sure we get all our people prepared.
Yeah.
Not put them out there where they're not confident in their abilities to execute.
What about third down? You think that was good for you guys?
Yeah, we were, when the game was first half, we were outstanding. We had a lot of outstanding conversions, big conversions in the passing game. And again, I thought Daniel was really good in that regard. We failed on a few of them in the second half, but again, the score was already 49-0 at that point.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Coach, this Chip.
Okay, Sports Erica.
First question from Christopher Heidel from SM Sports Radio.
Hey, Coach Brock. How you doing?
Great, how are you?
I'm doing great. Sorry I wasn't there last Thursday for the game. I had a family, finally got a niece in the family now, so I'm an uncle. So that's pretty cool.
Family first.
Yes. Talk about this game coming up against Lafayette. They're 1-0. What do you see getting ready for this game on film, and what are the things you have to work on after last week's game against Delaware State?
Well, you watch them on film, and they certainly present some problems offensively. They play more tempo offense than they had in the past. They had always had it in their package, but it certainly seemed to be more of an emphasis. For the first game, their passing game was certainly in very good form up there, and threw a lot of completions, made a lot of plays. Have a couple guys that look like to be dangerous if they get the ball in their hands. So watching them, compete offensively, they did a really good job. And defensively, they were similar to us. They took the ball away a bunch, very opportunistic, and created a lot of opportunities for themselves. So, when they needed to dig down and go get it late in the game, they were able to get 2 touchdown drives and put the game away. So I think we'll have our hands full. I think it's an experienced group of players up there, very physical. I think they have some skill on the perimeter, but they're a big, strong, physical team. So we're gonna line up and try to go after them at the line of scrimmage and see how it goes.
And the other question about after the last week's game against Delaware State, is there anything you got to work on? Because it seems like you guys had everything clicking perfectly.
Well, I mean, as you know, nothing's ever perfect. So
Right.
I think we had we dropped a walk-in 60-yard touchdown pass, so we got to be able to finish some explosive plays in the passing game. We turned the ball over once offensively, which we don't want to do. We had one kickoff return get out on us on special teams and missed a field goal. So I think there's plenty of things that you can take away from that game. We're going to have to play a complete game. We really were we only ran the ball. We probably only threw the ball twice in the second half. The game was over a couple minutes into the third quarter, and we were just trying to get out of the game. So we're going to have to be able to put together 60 minutes against Lafayette and make plays in the second half and dig down deep and grind through a game. And we look forward to the challenge.
Well, have a good practice this week.
Thank you.
Now from SM Sports Radio.
Hey, Coach Chuck, how you doing? Coach Chuck, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well.
Talk about Temple. What do you see on film from Temple? Because last year they had a very good season. They were 1 win away from winning the American Conference, going to a big bowl game. So what do you see on film getting ready for that game?
Well, I think they missed not having a tailback play. Their other kid is very good, but the key kid that didn't play, I thought that hurt him a little bit. I thought Army did a good thing scheming them defensively and gave them some problems, specifically in the pass game. And then the flip side of that is I thought, triple option neutralized Temple's speed and physicalness with the quick hitting plays and the option type of attack. So my expectation, because we're not that type of team on offense, is they'll be ready physically. They'll be more in their wheelhouse of defending us defensively. They graduated some key players off that defense, but from what I could see, there's some real good players there that came back and some kids replacing them.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side of the ball, it was once again not as consistent as I think they probably wanted it to be, but they had their chances, and another week of practice, I'm sure they'll be ready to play.
And talk about making the trip to Philadelphia. It's a short drive anyway, like an hour and a half from where you guys are, maybe 2, depends on the traffic. What's it like going to Philly to play?
I'm excited about that. I worked at the University of Pennsylvania for 8 years in the 90s, lived in South Jersey, so it'd be nice to be back and visit. Certainly playing in the stadium will be exciting, and the challenge of playing a top team at the FBS level will be a challenge and exciting.
Well, good luck this week.
Thank you.
Chris, go ahead.
Hey, Coach Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great. Talk about having 3 running backs over 100 yards last night. Have you ever had that in your career at the other school?
I might have once or twice. It's a big deal, though. I mean, it means you're blocking well. It means you got 3 backs that are, getting a good roll, and you're not just wearing one guy out. And I think it's healthy to share the load in any of the games that we played. But it was nice to see that happen. Of course, Gus broke out on that big long run early in his playing time, and by the time it was over, he got 102. So it was nice to see that. And again, it takes some outstanding blocking up front, linemen, tight ends, fullbacks, and then wide receiver perimeter blocking. That's what springs the long runs. And then usually the backs got to make at least one guy miss, one unblocked guy miss to really get a super long run. And we had a couple of those.
Susan?
Coach, you played a ton of freshmen.
Was the running back for JMU after last Saturday's big win over home, first game of the season, 80 points. Have you ever played in a game that magnitude you won by 80 points or more?
I touched that score in high school, but that was like the last time I ever
rushing touchdowns. Looked like everybody on the all the running backs had maybe one or two, or you had three. So just talk about your game last Saturday. What did you take after after that game?
I want to praise the old line. Like they bought their tails off the whole entire game. The first and second one they did, and the wide receivers they did great perimeter blocking, and I just want to get thanks for them.
Well, this week you're home again against Central Connecticut State. Yeah. So what do you? I know you guys are starting to prep for that team. I know you played them. I think you played them last year, right?
I think they put them 3 years ago, I believe.
Okay. Right.
I never played them before, so I don't know anything about them.
Not yet, but you're going to. Hopefully by the end of the week you should know. Yeah. So you were talking about the new coach, Coach Mike. What did he bring? What does he bring to game day, and what does he bring to practice? What do you like about the coach?
Coach Houston, he preaches on intensity all throughout practice, so just going hard, every player getting 100% effort, and I really love that man because he really has changed his program around. And on game day, he's doing so quick shoots, and he's always hyped. And I love the energy he brings to the program.
What's it like playing at that stadium, down there in Harrisonburg? It seems like a very nice, quiet little stadium, except for game days. It's a quiet little town, besides game days.
It is wonderful. The stadium is wonderful. I love all the fans that come out and support us and stuff. It's very loud when it comes to support us. The streamers and players don't like to get very loud. I just love all the fans that support us.
I know a lot of players look at one game at a time, but I know in 2 weeks you go down to Chapel Hill, take on North Carolina, a powerhouse in the ACC. Will that be a cool game playing against one of the big top, Power 5 schools?
We'll take every game.
Yeah.
We'll take every game step by step. First, right now, we're going to focus on this game this week and stuff, and we'll roll out UNC the next week. All we're worried about is getting the W this week.
Well, Taylor, thank you so much. I know you're a busy guy today because, back to school, and, how was your Labor Day?
Oh, it was great. It was really great. We had school and everything, so I caught up on a bunch of homework, so I'm just happy about that.
Well, good luck, and I hope